Hi everybody, I'm Cloudy Leopardwar. Sorry it's a really poorly bad video, but I don't really have time to edit considering it's pretty late and I've got to go swimming tomorrow with my school. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a little sandwich with chips and a little napkin. So yeah. Sorry, I forgot something. Okay, so first we're going to start with making the sandwich. All you're going to need right now is a thin piece of cardboard. So nothing like really, or sorry, a thick piece of a thin piece of cardboard. Nothing like this big. Let me show you my example. This big, this thin, not really thin at all, or not really thick at all. Okay, so you're gonna start by tracing your sandwich spread, which is going to be, I would say about maybe an inch long, and put it kind of in the shape of a piece of bread, like that. And then after you're done with that, cut it out using your scissors. If you have trouble getting in the middle of the bread, or if you have trouble getting in these parts of the bread, just trim off the very tip of the bumps and trim off everything. And then lastly, just use the extreme very tip of your scissors. And if you need to, because you cut in a square form, round off your edges. And then on the other side, it's perfect. Okay, then you take that and you trace it. So I'm gonna trace it. Sorry it's taking so long, but it's hard to get a perfect trace. So if you can't get it perfect, it's just fine. It's just I cut mine a little bit too pointy, so it keeps moving around too much. Okay, after you're done tracing, cut out one more of these pieces of bread. And don't forget to try and round off a little bit. Okay, so there are your two pieces of bread. So turn them over on the side where you can't really see any marks from your pen, and take a, let me find that color. That's where you take a crayon. Sorry, it's like I can't find my crayon. Anyways, it's gotta be around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, so you take your pieces of bread and you outline around the edges with a crayon. For the bread crust. Okay, if you guys know this is wheat bread, but if you want to use cream colored and attach it, to this, then you can. Okay. So after you got this, you're going to start cutting out your insides. That sounded weird. If you want to, you can use craft paint to put mayonnaise on the bread, but I'm not doing that because I think it's a little bit extra work. And it already takes long enough, so. You're going to take either a yellow or an orange, and you're going to cut out a square out of a yellow construction paper, and then round off the edges just slightly. Like that. Okay. Then you keep that. Then you take a piece of, I would say red or orange, and you make a square. And you make a circle. And crumple it up into a ball, and then unravel it, and it will be kind of textured. And if it's smaller than the cheese, then cut off the cheese and make it smaller, because you want it to be just about as small as the cheese. Okay, that's my new piece of cheese. Okay, after that, take a green and cut out a square. You can just cut straight circles if you want, but I would rather just take a square and then round off. Okay, make a little shape with it and then crumple it up, and you want it to look like, I would say, flattened and about that, so if you want to, you can do that, and glue it all together. Okay. Then take all this stuff and glue it however you want. I'm going to do meat on the bottom, so glue on the meat. Then I'm going to do cheese. Then we're going to do my lettuce. Then I put on salt. Okay, if you need to trim anything off, that's fine. Okay, I made my sandwich, and I'm done with that part. Now time to make the chips. How you want to do this is you want to take a yellow piece, or if you want to make Doritos, you can make little triangles, or whatever kind of chips you want to make. You can actually make Cheetos by taking pipe cleaners, orange pipe cleaners, and just cutting them down. So take a rectangle. If you want to make Lay's chips, take a rectangle and use a hole punch to punch out a bunch of circles. So I'm going to put it in this little box. So let me find my hole punch and then punch it out. Okay. That's about enough. Okay. Now we're gonna make the plate. How you do this is you can do cardboard with white paper, or what I do is I make a little circular plate by taking one of these plastic spoons and then cutting the circle part off by breaking it actually. And then I cut off like the excess plastic so it doesn't cut me. And there is your circle. First I'm going to take my sandwich and I'm using super glue so it stays on well. And I'm going to put a couple of drops of super glue on my sandwich. Then I'm going to take it and glue it wherever I want. Okay, the hard part is trying to do all these chips. How you do it is you just put a couple of drops, let me show you this. You put a couple of drops of super glue next to the sandwich, and then you just kind of pour a little bit on there. Okay, then put a little bit of super glue on top of those, so they stick together. There. Go and stuck to my super glue nozzle. Okay. Then put a little bit more super glue wherever you want to put some more chips. And pour some more on. It's kind of hard. I have one left and I'll put it over here. And then just put the super glue on top of that. And then you've got your plate of chips in there. And if you want to, you can add a napkin. Okay guys, that's pretty much it. So right now I'm going to the last part is I'm going to show you how to make your little Dorito chips. And you do this by taking these and cutting them into, I'm cutting mine into 3 rectangles. And then I'm just cutting them into skinny rectangles, and I'll show you how big in a second. That big. And then just cut like this. I know I kind of have sucky Doritos, but those are my Doritos. So once again, I'm going to put the super glue in there. Pour a little bit on there. These are big, so. Pour super glue on top so they stick together. And then put some on the side over here. I'm running out of super glue and that's why I have to squeeze so hard. Okay, I guess that's enough. Then, boom. Okay. So now you just have to clean up. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Bye!